Man United take on FC Zorya Luhansk on Thursday, the Ukrainian Premier League team. In our second group stage game in the Europa League, we started with a loss away to Feyenoord, not the best way to start your campaign. It was not the hardest away game we've got in that group because we've got an away trip to Ukraine and an away trip to Istanbul coming up. So it was actually the easiest of our away trips. And we just made a hash of it. And at the same time, we got a little bit lucky because FC Zorya managed to get themselves a draw against Fenerbahce at home. And as much as I want to look at this as a complete 3-0, 4-0, we're playing Zorya Luhansk at Old Trafford, sweep them aside. You can't really write them off completely because they drew with Fenerbahce. But let's be frank about this. Man United should be walking this just like the Northampton game. Maybe it was a little bit nervy at times, but we came through over 90 minutes and it was quite straightforward. It needs to be exactly that. When it comes to European football, rule of thumb, win your home games, get one draw away, the magic 10 points. And given that we've got to go away to Istanbul and I think we should be playing in Luhansk, but we can't because it's currently a war zone, so we have to play in Odessa. I think that's how our away game goes in Ukraine. Let me know if I'm wrong, but they're two tough away games. And United can't fuck around and not beat Zorya Luhansk at home. Mourinho will be making this clear to his players, but after a tough week with 3 losses, however many it was, too many losses, we beat Northampton Town and we beat Leicester City in our best performance of the season so far. And it's a little bit of a confidence boost going into this game against Zorya. So we've got Zorya on Thursday, then we've got Stoke on Sunday, then we've got, I think we've got the international break, then we come back, we've got Liverpool, Fenerbahce, Chelsea, Man City. October's going to be mad. So United need to make sure that we don't force ourselves needing a result against Fenerbahce. We still will need that result because it's a home actually, but United just need to get themselves started on this Europa League campaign. And Zorya themselves, they're in decent form. Here's a few facts about them. Currently second in the Ukrainian Premier League behind Shakhtar Donetsk. And they actually won 1-0 away to Dynamo Kiev last week, which is their third place, just 1 point behind Zorya. So that's quite a good result for them. And the fact that they're undefeated in 4, and that includes that 1-1 draw with Fenerbahce. Man United shouldn't underestimate them because Ukrainian teams, as Shakhtar shown over the years, they can be good. They have got a little tricky Brazilian up front called Paulinho, I think. Maybe he'll be wicked, maybe he won't be, but the last thing we need to do is underestimate another team. I think we underestimated Feyenoord. I think we gave them a little bit too much respect in that I think we played 2 defensive midfielders, but that was more the tactics rather than the underestimating of the opponent. I think United need to just pull their socks up and just batter them, exactly like we did in Leicester City in that first half. That is what we wanted to be seeing from Man United for such a long time. For some reason, it has taken that long to see, but in terms of how I expect us to line up against Zorya, make sure you check out our predicted 11, but I expect us to do the exact same thing. Come out from that first whistle, 5th gear, and go straight at Zorya because they're going to be nervous. Old Trafford, big game for them. One of the biggest they'll have this season. For United, it just needs to be a professional win. I expect Wayne Rooney to come back into the team. I expect a few players to be rested, but as we showed away to Feyenoord when we started Pogba, Mourinho's not going to be afraid to use his bigger players, and hopefully we might see the return of Henrik Mkhitaryan. I do want to see us stick with that one defensive midfielder because it opened up so much more going forward. Juan Mata was brilliant against Leicester. Herrera was brilliant, and he was in a defensive role. Sort of a new position for Herrera that he seems to be thriving in under Mourinho because he seems to be playing a lot. Same as Daley Blind, he was superb. So our second string was great against Leicester. It wasn't really a second string, but it's just Mourinho doesn't know his best team yet. We don't know our best team yet. And it's made for some very cumbersome performances. But that Leicester one feels like the turning of a page. Feels like, now I see what I should be doing. Or this works. And it all obviously worked without Wayne Rooney, but I do expect him to play against Europa League games. I think, these are the games that Rooney should be playing in. Europa League, FA Cups. I don't want to see him starting the Premier League games at the moment. Let me know if I'm being harsh, but I don't think I am. We all saw what a team without Rooney and Fellaini can do in terms of creating dynamic, attacking, exhilarating football. And I want to see that against Zorya. My prediction for the game, I don't think United are going to mess up like we did against Feyenoord. I think this is going to be 4-0. 4-0 is my prediction. I think Zorya will come out of the come out of the blocks firing. I think as long as we don't let them score in the first 15 and we score, I think it's going to kill off the game quite quickly. But I don't know too much about them, so if you're a Zorya Luhansk fan, let me know in the comments what I've got wrong and what players we should be looking out for. That's my prediction. Leave yours in the comments as well. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to United People's TV if you fancy it. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Take it easy.